Our lesson today has to do with the color wheel. To make things easier, we're going to talk about a simplified version of the color wheel without tertiary colors. The color wheel can teach us lots of different lessons. One important lesson is color harmony. Color harmony is just when colors look nice next to other colors. Artists use color harmony to make pictures that are pleasing to the eye. There are many different ways to make color harmony. For example, you can use colors next to each other on the color wheel, also called analogous colors, or you can use warm colors or cool colors. Today we're going to learn about another type of color harmony, complementary colors. Complementary colors come in pairs. They are two colors across from each other on the color wheel. Complementary colors are very powerful. Beside each other, complementary colors complement each other. They work together to make each other pop. Mixed together, complementary colors make brown. There are lots of famous artworks that use complementary colors. Here's one by Pablo Picasso. In this painting, he used all the pairs of complementary colors. Can you find each one? Do you notice how the red and green pop when they are next to each other? How about the blue and the orange, or the yellow and violet? Pablo Picasso lived not that long ago, but people have been using complementary colors for a lot longer than that. One example of complementary colors around the world and throughout history is from the Mughal Empire, which was in and around India from 1526 to the mid-1800s. Here are three examples of complementary colors, one of each color pair, from the Mughal Empire. Can you find red and green, orange and blue, and yellow and violet? Something you might notice is that the people in these paintings don't look as realistic as some other paintings you've probably seen. That doesn't mean that these Mughal paintings are not as good. It just means that the Mughal artists wanted to focus on different things. You might notice that most of the people in these paintings are shown from the side. This is called profile view. When you see the side, not the front, of the face. Mughal artists weren't very concerned about making their people look realistic, but were more interested in showing what their characters were doing. It's easier to do this when they're in profile view. Today we are going to make art inspired by the Mughals. We're going to focus on this painting because it is beautiful and fun, and on this painting because it is a good example of complementary colors. In the packet linked below, you'll find two printouts with simplified versions of each of these two paintings. We took out some details so that you can use the general outlines to make your own profile portrait with complementary colors. We also made it so that you can make either one into a boy or girl, whatever you choose. We are going to start by drawing our people. Then we will choose complementary colors to make color harmony in our pictures. Please watch the whole video first, then get out your supplies and get to work. First, choose one of the two profile portraits and ask your parent to print it out on cardstock if you have some. It's also a good idea to have your color wheel and the reference images printed out if you can. Now add to your printed profile portrait to make it yours. First, you need to add clothes. Use a pencil and sketch lightly in case you have to erase. You'll notice I erase a lot during this drawing. Note that there are lines for you to build your drawing off of, but they're light enough so that you can color over them if you want. After you add the clothes, you can add shoes, hair, hat, glasses, something to hold, or whatever you want. Next, add in the background. Stay inside the border lines. This should be very simple and quick. Remember, one of the original paintings had only simple mountains in the background, and the other one just had a green background with a bit of sky. Now go over all the lines in Sharpie if you want your image to stand out. This is a good place to stop if you need a rest. Now look at the simplified color wheel and choose your two complementary colors. These will be the main colors in your artwork. Remember, complementary colors are two colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. Once you've decided, grab your two colors and set aside the rest of the colors for now so that you're not tempted to use them yet. You can also grab all versions of your chosen colors. For example, if you've chosen green and red, you may gather all the greens, light dark yellow green, blue green, etc., and all the reds, including pink, red orange, red violet, etc. Now choose one of your two complementary colors for the background and color it. Remember that the Mughals weren't always interested in making things look like real life, so it's okay if your mountains are orange or yellow. Try to be careful when you're coloring. We're going to make these drawings into a special project together, so take your time to make it look nice. If you're using colored pencils like I am, you can try layering different colors on top of each other to make richer colors. But remember, only layer the same type of color, not a complementary color, because complementary colors on top of each other make an icky brown. Now use your second complementary color to color in the clothes. You should start to see your complementary colors working together to make each other pop. Once most of your artwork is colored with your two complementary colors, now you may add details in other colors until the whole area inside the border is colored, including the face, hands, shoes, hair, etc. Now you're done with your drawing, but we just need to add one more thing to finish out our project: the borders. Take a look at these examples of Mughal artwork. All of these are from illustrated books which the Mughals loved to make. In their illustrated books, they usually had borders around the main rectangle of their picture. Sometimes the borders were simple, but sometimes they were elaborately decorated. Be creative with your picture and add whatever kind of border you want in whatever colors you like. This example has flower borders to match the flower in my picture and to mimic some of the flower examples from Mughal artwork, but you can choose to draw something totally different if you want. And lastly, an idea. Since the Mughals made illustrated books, use this project to start your own illustrated book. You can work together with a friend or sibling to add more Mughal profile portraits or make up your own illustrations. Then staple or fold them together into a book of your own. Happy creating!